Who do you think is winning in life? Vivica A. Fox, 1, or Curtis Jackson as a 2?
Welcome back to another video. So today, let's talk about the real reason why Vivica A. Fox allegedly hated Kevin Samuel. To be honest with you, she was been warned about 2 or 3 years ago, rather. But let's talk about it, because Kevin Samuel has often been a polarizing figure, especially among older black women who seems to have issues with outspokenness. This tension wasn't evident in the public's eye between 50 Cent and Vivica A. Fox. 50 Cent steered controversy on Lil Wayne podcast, expressing a preference for dating exotic women, implying frustration with some black women. The controversy was discussed on Fox Soul's show, Cocktails with Queens, where Vivica A. Fox, alongside with Selena Johnson, Claudia Jordan, and Lisa Ray McCoy, critiques 50 Cent. Vivica referred to him as Curtis Jackson and claimed he wasn't a high-value man, revealing lingering bitterness from their past relationship. Vivica's harsh comment labeling Jackson as an F-boy seems deeply personal. When the show host asked who was winning in life, they favored Jackson, underscoring the ongoing tension. This situation highlights a broader trend of women struggling to move on from significant past relationship. So we all know when it comes down to Kevin Samuel, he will have his input. So let's watch this.
It seems to me that the world in general, but older black women in particular, have a real problem with certain high-value black men. The 50 Cent, what the 50 Cent and Vivica A. Fox thing exposes. For everybody who does not know, 50 Cent is in the news again for coming out on a broadcast or a podcast with Lil Wayne, and where he said something to the effect of he likes dating women that are exotic, i.e. that stuff, look, you don't see that in the hood. It looks like it just came off the boat, tired of dealing with the angry, frustrated, I don't know if he said black woman, but the inference was black woman. And of course, 50 Cent is catching heat from many sectors of the world. One thing that I found that's interesting is when they went to Fox Soul and they had the Cocktails and Queens, Vivica A. Fox, Selena, Claudia, and Lisa Ray. 4 post-wall black women. Not even post-wall. 4 older black women. And they went and asked one of the women, one of the panelists asked all the women, and who was the first person to raise their hand to comment on what 50 Cent said? First of all, I'm not going to call him 50 Cent. I'm going to say Curtis Jackson. See, 50 Cent, that's the brand. That's the rapper. 50 Cent is not a high-value man. 50 Cent is not a high-value man. Curtis Jackson is. Jay-Z, by himself, in my opinion, not a high-value man. Sean Carter is. Check. Curtis Jackson gave his opinion on Lil Wayne's podcast. And an ex-lover of Curtis Jackson, Vivica A. Fox, the first words out of her mouth was with that old, drawn-up Cruella de Vil look on her face. Just go look at it, because if you try to play it, they're gonna copy. They're gonna hit you for a strike. He would say something like that. He's just an F-boy. Now, why you, out of all the people, raised your hand to say something about your ex-lover is very telling. By show of hands, who thinks if you have Vivica A. Fox as a 1 and Curtis Jackson is a 2, who do you think is winning in life? Vivica A. Fox 1 or Curtis Jackson as a 2 in 2020? If you believe Vivica A. Fox is winning overall, put a 1 in the chat room. But if you believe Curtis Jackson is winning overall, put a 2 in the chat room. The fact that she came out calling him an F-boy, and you would say something like that, and then she went and did the typical things. You don't want somebody to challenge you. Newsflash, high-value men don't want their women to challenge them. You want somebody to just sit there and look pretty in their place. Newsflash, high-value men want their women to sit over there and look pretty in their place. Which is why you're in your unmarried place. And for everything that she said, she went down all the things: shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Let's talk about it. You know, Selena Johnson said, you know what? We need our high value men like Curtis Jackson. Hey brother, could you help to possibly moderate your tone? Because whether you say it, whether you think it or not, lots of guys are looking at you. Selena Johnson backed up and said, excuse me, Mr. Jackson, you're entitled to your preference. However, other men are listening to you, and it's already hard enough for black men and black women. Could you possibly maybe say it a different way? Kudos to you for being able to read the room. Lisa Ray came in and said, y'all gonna be mad at me. Lisa Ray got it right. She said that man's entitled to his preference. If he likes what he likes, so about it. Good thing for him. If you say you like Italian men, like they're about to go over to Italy, you don't want anybody to say anything about you. See, that caused one Vivica A. Fox to start to not backpedal, but readdress, because 2 of the 3 women said, no, he's a high value he's a high value man. He has power and influence, and he's entitled to his preference, because we would look all kind of hypocritical if somebody said this to us. And then Claudia basically kind of co-signed with Vivica and all this. You came from a black woman and that, you know, There are people that have a problem with certain types of high value black men. First of all, the type of high value black men they have a problem with are the ones that are outspoken. The ones that are outspoken. Because the outspoken ones tend to be unbothered, tend to say what's on their mind. Why? I mean, when you listen to what Vivica A. Fox said, and 50 Cent, and Curtis Jackson responded and said, man, my ex-lover still want me. 17 years ago, we was together for 4 months, and she's still mad. My badoom doom must be better than I thought. Kudos to you, 50 Cent, for smiling through it. Because who looked more hurt, Curtis Jackson or Vivica A. Fox? I mean, have you guys looked at the way Vivica looks these days? Every time you see her, it looks like she done sucked on a bag of lemons. Now, I remember back in the 90s when Vivica was hot. Fine. But Vivica, but so many women like Vivica A. Fox fall into a broadcast where I said, women have already met their guy and they blew it. A woman like her with that access to everything she's had, she already met her guy, but she likely blew it. And why is this such a problem? We're going to get into it. The only problem when you're a high value black man is when you're outspoken, you're out in front, you're masculine, heterosexual, unashamed, and unbothered. Let me say that again. When you're outspoken, you're out in front, you're masculine, heterosexual, unashamed, and unbothered. See, if you weren't outspoken, they wouldn't have any problem with you. Keep your money, we'll support you. A lot of these older women, they're mad because whether they admit it or not, They have blown their shot and they are out of time. Vivica Fox, for everything that you were in the 90s, Vivica was premium in the 90s. You will never see another Independence Day. When you're on Fox Soul, O'Shea said it, basically you have gone to where careers go to expire. And while you're over there, what I hear coming from her is what I hear come from Lonnie Love and a lot of these women. You're using your platform to attack and target high value black men. That playbook is dead.
Vivica A. Fox continued criticizing high-value men like Jackson's revealed deeper issue about missed opportunity and social pressure on women to maintain beauty and desirability. In the 90s, Vivica was a sought-after actress. We all remember that, right? But as time passed, her unfulfilledness, desire, and current status may have led to resentment. This dynamic isn't just about Vivica A. Fox or 50 Cent. It's a common scenario where successful, outspoken men face criticism for those who feel left behind. The key takeaway is that everyone has a right to their preference and opinion, and mutual respect is essential. The story of Vivica A. Fox and 50 Cent is a reminder of the complexity of relationship and their lasting impact. It's a call for empathy and understanding. Recognize the reaction often stems from deeper personal experience. What are your thoughts on this video? What comes to mind when you think about Kevin Samuels? I mean, we all missed him, and I truly believe someone did something to him. I honestly feel that, but let's just move past that. God bless his soul, rest his soul, But what comes to mind when you think about Vivica A. Fox and Curtis Jackson? Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and also to subscribe if you're brand new to this channel. Until then, we'll see you around. Thank you for watching. Be blessed.